Hello guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. Turn to subscribe. As always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, this is supposed to be my first upload of the day, and this story is about the Baltimore shooting that everybody's talking about. Well, not everybody, and that's one of the reasons why I'm making this story. I'm doing this story now. I waited around a little bit. Now, this supposedly happened late Saturday evening, Sunday morning. And it's about a block party that happened in Baltimore in which over 40 people were injured. 28 people went to the hospital, supposedly. 28 people were injured. Over 40 people went to the hospital, and 2 people are dead. Now, this is considered, they're calling this a mass shooting, which they should. But I'm going to play this video about a little bit about the situation, and I'm gonna come back and talk about why this is not publicized like normal mass shootings are. And what I might say, might have, you really thinking deep about what the media's agenda is when they report on stories like this. And this is one of the reasons why I waited a little bit, because I wanted to see if some more facts came out before I jumped into it. But nonetheless, I'm here. My allergies are killing me. Let's go.
Authorities in Baltimore are urging witnesses to a mass shooting to come forward. 2 people are dead and 28 wounded after gunfire at a crowded street party. More than a dozen of the victims are teens. Magda Gebrselassie joins us now from Washington with more on this. Magda, good morning. What do we know about what happened?
Well, what started out as a fun annual block party ended with at least 30 people shot. And this all went down around 12:30 early Sunday morning in the Brooklyn neighborhood of Baltimore. So witnesses say they heard dozens of rounds of gunfire going off. Some said 20, 30, others said more. And the surveillance footage from that area shows people running from the scene. Now, one person died at the scene, another at the hospital. They've now been identified as being 20-year-old Kailis Fagbemi and 18-year-old Aaliyah Gonzalez. Gonzalez had just graduated from high school, and on Facebook, her mother posted a message and pictures of her yesterday. She expressed that this was the worst day of her life, that she needed her daughter, and she questioned why they would do this to a perfect angel. Now, how and why this could have happened is also what the city's mayor is questioning. Take a listen.
This was a reckless, cowardly act of violence that has taken 2 lives and altered many, many more. And as I said earlier, we will find those who are responsible, and we will not stop until we do so.
Now, police won't say or can't say whether this was a random attack or not, and that's because they're still looking for the shooters. At this point, they're saying there's at least 2, if not more. And part of what's driving that belief is the fact that there were different bullet casings found at the scene. Now, as for the 28 other people that were injured, there are still 9 people in the hospital. And as of yesterday, 3 of those people were in critical condition.
All right, guys, that was the news footage. And I'll be honest with you. It's very sad that these 2 people lost their lives at a place, at a event that goes on annually, and it's supposed to promote peace and happiness. It's messed up. Want to know what else is messed up? How this didn't get the publicity that normal other mass shootings get. And I'm going to tell you something. The main premise of me doing this video today and holding off on it was I wanted to see if more details came or if anybody got caught. Any suspects that got caught. And I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of people ain't gonna want to hear this, but what I'm about to talk about, I'm gonna bring up 2 points. The first point is this: the lack of press that this got. Now, this morning it had a whole bunch of press. Yesterday it didn't have no press. You see what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you, it comes down to 2 factors. Who was involved in the shooting and getting shot, and where it was at. And when I say where is a 2-part thing with this. Let's look at the people that were shot first. Bunch of minorities, Hispanics, a party with Hispanics and blacks in that neighborhood. Supposedly the neighborhood has a bad history of crime, or that part of the city, so on and so forth. It was a bunch of teens getting shot. It's not going to make a bunch of news because the teens were not white. And I want you to hear me before you turn this off. Listen to me very carefully. These was teens, minority teens, in a violent area. With that being said, it's expected to happen. This is ninjas doing ninja shit. See, ain't no white people to blame in this. Ain't no white shooters. Think about it. Dozens of shots of ammunition was let off. That means some dudes was there for a minute. Nobody seen nothing. I doubt that very seriously. It could be a club. You could be in the middle of the club and gunfire go off and somebody can identify who shot who. Seen it a million times. People are not talking. I wouldn't be surprised if the people lived in that very area. Like I said, who? They paint the narrative. Minority youth are violent. Can't be around each other. When they're all together and they're partying, what do you expect to happen? That's why the news didn't cover it until today. This is typical ninja shit. This is what they do. And people need to pay attention to that. Honestly, need to pay attention to that. Now we'll go where? It's in Baltimore, Maryland. High crime rate. Expected. Baltimore is a rough place. That's what they say. It's a violent place, known for gun violence. Look at the TV show The Wire. It's not going to make big news because a lot of people will say, hey, this is typical. So I'm going to tell you something about the media. Just like I do videos and other YouTube videos do videos on what they think will make views, news media does things as breaking news of what they think will have high ratings for them. It's the same thing. This right here is not going to get high ratings. Believe it or not, it's not. It's in Baltimore. People got a bad taste for Baltimore. Shout out to Baltimore, by the way. And it's involving teens. They paint the narrative that all teens are violent now, especially teens in these low-income communities where crime runs rampant. See the game? This is a mass shooting. It said over 28 people hospitalized, 2 people dead, 1 died on the scene, right? Dozens of rounds of ammunition was spent like it was a war zone. And now they just reporting on it. It's big news today. Listen, guys, the second part of what I want to talk about with this, in fact, let me stay on this real quick. Let me get this out. This just hit me. Let me get this out and clear this up. Reason why this don't make national news? Because it's low income, most likely black oriented, and it's what blacks are expected to do or portrayed to do in the media. Teens got a bad rep. Think about it. Black party in the projects, teens running crazy, gunfire. That's nothing new. We need something spicy. If the shooter was a white dude, now we got race involved in it. It'd have made news. It's not a Walmart. It's not a school. Definitely not a church. It doesn't involve children. Even though teens are considered children, this one got swept right under the rug. This is not major news because it's expected to be normal. This is what they do. Look at where they're at. Look at how they act. This is something we need to start thinking about as a community. This needs all the press it deserves, just like every other news article. And it's sad. I seen one news article on here right before I started shooting this, that they're blaming the police for not being there. Anytime back in the day when we had block parties, you had to go and get either a permit or you had to get some type of to have police present. They have to be known about it. Yeah, and regardless of this being something done every year, you still got to re-up with the police. The only way these people are going to be found, and it's more than one shooter. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 3 or 4 people. And I would not be surprised if some of them people, if not all of them people, live in that housing district and ain't nobody saying nothing. Think about it. Seen that before too. This right here, it screams negligence on the part of the media. It does. Let me say this. I keep saying, let me just get this out. And then we'll go to the next part of this. News where black people that involve conflict between black people and white people always make headlines. Think about that. A black guy, a black person screaming racism gets more publicity than black people killing black people. A conflict between a white guy and a black guy or black woman don't matter. The color climax of colors will always trump something like this because this is what they deem expected. Oh, that's nothing new. Why should we publicize that like that? That's what they do. Whereas something involved with race, disrespect of a religion, talking about LGBTQ or whatever, right to the front of the line, something that can trigger people, upset them. This should trigger people. You got 2 people dead, one of them a young girl. That was a future mother, and the guy had potential as a man. A lot of people injured. They said 40 people went to the hospital originally. That's a lot. The nearest hospital, I know the ER was overflowed. And everybody's like, where are these people coming from? This is a sad story. The only way this right here, with stuff like this will stop, and all of the crime will stop or slow down, is if the community starts to help. I know it's no snitching policy and all this other stuff. But I mean, think about it. People are not gonna this is only gonna get worse. The police can't be anywhere and everywhere at once. And even when they are there, they don't know these people they're coming in contact with. A lot of the community does, but they don't say anything. You can't fight a war against drugs, against violence, against crime with one hand tied behind your back sometimes. Now, I ain't taking up for the police because there's a lot of idiots out there, but there are also some good cops out there that are trying to make a difference. This stuff will not stop, and it'll only get worse unless the community itself say, hey, we don't want this no more. We're not going to stand for this. I'm sick of this. Sick of losing babies. I'm sick of sitting in my house and wondering if I'm going to get shot in the face watching my favorite TV show because somebody outside can't control themselves. I'm just saying. Guys, I might not shoot another video today, man. My allergies are really killing me. I know you can hear it in my voice now. I apologize for that. I'm going to get me some rest. But leave me a comment, man. Tell me what y'all think about this whole situation. You think I was right what I said about how the media plays games? If it ain't race, something crazy with desecration of religion, or something dealing with homosexuality or any type of craziness, come on, man. Come on. Let's call it out. This needs to get as much publicity and notoriety as any other story out there, because this is shocking. That's a lot of people. They must have stood there for a while, reloaded and acted a fool. Ain't no way. Dozens of rounds? I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Region channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.